Hi Flosstube, it's Carrie here with FlossBossStitches. This is my first video. I actually just found Flosstube about a week ago. I got into a message with Kate, the Stash Queen, at my Etsy shop, FlossBossStitches, and she told me about this. I thought, gosh, I can figure out what it means, Flosstube, but I had no idea. So I checked it out and fell immediately in love. I saw some Stash Queen, I saw Minnie Gray, Lindy Stitcher, Coffee Stitcher, adorable, Garrett, love you, and so many more. And I continue to watch more every day, loving it. And learning a lot too, because I had no idea that I was such a pedestrian stitcher. All this cloth that isn't Ada, and anything smaller than like 18 count, blowing my mind. Talking about 32 count, I'm like, oh my gosh, how does this even work? I don't even use glasses or contacts, and I can barely imagine how I would see that. So I do have some goals in that area. And when I thought about wanting to do this myself, I thought, well, gosh, I don't even know what these people are talking about. I love it, and I know it's something cross-stitching, but what is whip and finish? I mean, I know the word finish, but I don't know. So I watched a few more, and I kind of realized that my stitcher heart connected me. So I thought, work in progress, huh? Yeah, I have that. Stash? Minimal, probably by comparison, but definitely enough that should I never buy another pattern, should I never buy another kit, I would have enough to stitch for life. So I say check in the stash area. Hauls? I definitely haul way too often. My husband would be like saying way too often. So I have enough to get started, and maybe this will motivate me to get some more finishes going. I'm gonna try not to be like great at starts, because me personally, I probably will do better if I start a few projects and get to finish them. It will keep me going back and forth, like a few stitches on this one, maybe an hour here or there. Probably not the best for me. We'll see. We will definitely see. So I can start talking about some of my whips. Okay, so I have already this Janlin summer, like seasonal chairs. That's another thing. I don't actually save the packaging and everything, like all of it. So I do know it's seasonal chairs. But I'll have to start saving the photos that go with it and everything. But this was really cute. It's an Adirondack. It's on the beach. As you can see, I made some pretty good progress on this. And it's not exactly my normal style where it would be like more solid blocks of bright colors, but I really like seasonal things and things that can change out. You can like display it in the summer, take it down and do the fall chair. And the other chairs are really cute too. I have not touched this probably, I think it's definitely safe to say 3 years. And if someone could somehow know that it was like 5 years, I definitely would not argue. I would say, good to know. So this is progressed pretty far. It's not full coverage up top. So I think I'm gonna really make a goal to get some progress done on that summer chair, and then start thinking about maybe starting one chair at a time. So I've got my summer chair going, and it's okay. This one I definitely need some feedback on, because maybe from my progress you won't recognize it. Again, I don't have a picture of it, but when I tell you about it. This is a Rapunzel, actually this is the bottom, stained glass type image. And when I see it on Pinterest and on Etsy sometimes, it seems to be like from DeviantArt and more like a print that possibly someone dropped into the pattern making software. And I have found it for sale, but I've also seen it on Pinterest where the entire pattern and the key and everything are available for free. And I know that's probably quite suspicious. And I would love to actually buy this pattern. I'm using the Pinterest, I don't know what it is. It's like a image, it's a JPEG that I just have on my iPad and can zoom in on. But it's not very clear, very shady, very bootleg. And so I was searching for it again. I want to buy the real pattern to do it. And I found it on Etsy at one shop, but I don't know if it's the real shop. because I've seen on Pinterest that there are many patterns just like this where it's the stained glass and it's so cute, and there are very bold colors, very large chunks of the same color, which is, and I love Disney. But on this site that I found, this pattern, it doesn't have the others that I've seen, so that's a little weird. Like if you made this, and I'm seeing so many that are basically, I mean, it's like a series, why do you not have it? And then I worry that it would be like not really a pattern, like a picture, a JPEG turned into a PDF or something, that wouldn't really work. So if anyone knows where the real Rapunzel stained glass project is supposed to come from, it has Rapunzel in the foreground with her hair weaving all around, the towers in the background, and she has Pascal. It's not one that has Flynn Rider. So, and it's very, like, the likeness of Rapunzel is perfect. It's not like chibi styled. It is straight out of the cartoon. So if anyone knows where I can actually get that, I did message the shop that I found it in, and they did not respond. But the message was, is this really your design? I don't know. I'm trying to see if anybody else on Flosstube uses that shop, and that would lend credibility for me to think that that is where I could get the pattern. So stay tuned on that one. But I really love that pattern. I totally am going to finish that one day. It's not that big, but it is bigger than projects I usually do. I just like small, fast, solid colors. Like, it's just my aesthetic. It's not even an issue of like patience or perseverance. It's just what I actually really enjoy. So that's why I do that. All right. This little beauty was supposed to be for a baby. I won't even call it my baby, because I just was making it before I even knew I was expecting. And my son is 11 months old right now. So I just started making this, and I said, you know what? I'm making something for me, because a lot of the stuff I have finished has always been gifts. And I made a quilt with a bunch of animals like this, which are from the Stony Creek Baby Animal Afghan collection books. And this one is the Woodland Babies, but I also have done Jungle Babies, and I actually made a quilt rather than doing it on an Afghan, and I gave it away, which I decided I'm not going to do that anymore so much, because cross-stitching is not everyone's aesthetic these days, and even handmade quilts, I just feel like possibly my best friend ever, so God forbid she ever sees this, I don't think she really likes it. I almost want to be like, I'll take it back, it's okay, I'll buy you a gift. Because I don't think she knows that it was thoughtful, and she knows that it was a lot of work, but it's just not her thing. So she's like, oh, thanks, closet, you know, safekeeping. So I really should make a goal of working on this guy too, along with my Adirondack. Rapunzel's kind of on hold, but mark my words, she will be finished one day. But this guy is almost done. It lacks very, very little backstitching, which I love backstitching because it really brings the image to life. So it's fun. And a little bit around the nose and in the eye. And you know what? I'm serious. I might only have 30 actual full stitches left on this thing. And this is, I stopped stitching it before I was even pregnant. And like I said, my baby's 11 months old. And I have maybe 30 stitches and then backstitching. But it's that style where it's like 2 dark brown, 1 light autumn gold, 2 other brown shades. It's like, just do brown. But I do like it. It's cute. It's not that bad. Like, I've seen some of the stuff you guys are doing, and this is nothing. So the number of colors involved and, you know, all that, it's nothing. But still, for me, a challenge, because I just don't like changing threads that much. And yeah. I think I really was drawn to these Woodland Babies because I like collections too, like series. And there's like Under the Sea Babies, Jungle Babies, Woodland Babies, and I thought, oh, they're cute. They're not that big. I think even on 14 count, they're like about 6 by 6 or so. I mean, so they're not that large. And again, I like small projects just because it's my aesthetic. Really enjoy that. So I should finish Skunky and Adirondack chair. That will be a goal. You guys keep me accountable on that. And I think I will show one more work in progress, and then we might have to go on from there. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Huge. My baby's room is Harry Potter, and being a teacher, I jumped on the Harry Potter train quite early on here in the US and love it. So once I found Cloud's Factory ABCs of Harry Potter, which I have done, gave it away, I started looking more, and I'll have to look, and most of you probably know where I got these house crests. So I have them all. This is the only one that I've even started. Definitely not huge, obviously. It is wall-to-wall stitches though inside the design, and this is all I did. I would like to try to make an excuse like, oh, I was working at the time, but I don't know. I'm not a super fast stitcher, and you know, I've got to be watching my investigative TV while I'm stitching. You know, snapped, she did it. I don't know why they think they're going to get away with it. You're going to get caught. But I'm watching that all the time in the first 48, and I'm stitching away. I'm thinking, my goodness, am I weird stitching away and watching all this investigative stuff? So I could probably work on Gryffindor more. We have so much Harry Potter stuff, no rush in that way. And I love it. So I could be like on great-grandchildren and just be making this stuff for myself, so I don't have to worry about making it for the kids. And the fact that Brewer's room is Harry Potter. He doesn't need it. If he gets it, he gets it. Okay. So those are some works in progress for now. I do have, like I said, a new start. It's having the new start sort of is a two-part issue. One is it's a new start, and then two is I have a little problem. Again, might be able to get some help being part of this community now. So my start is Buzz Lightyear inspired Mickey Mouse ears. It is my own design, FlossBossStitches, and I couldn't help myself. I really want to look at it. It's small, check. It has only a few colors, check. And it is imagery that I love, Disney. So this is now, what's the name of this stuff? Charles Craft. It's 18 count. So, ooh, look at me branching out already in this last week, inspired by y'all. 18 count, that's so new. It's antique white, just because there's so much white in the Buzz ears that I wanted it to pop more and not totally get lost. Now, so that's my whip. I'm sorry, that's my new start. Naughty. This is my intervention. This is like my cry for help moment. I am very bad about like cutting fabric and not really, I guess, planning the size that a design is going to end up. So this is when I originally started it last week. And you see I have the whole bottom of the hat and the ear that will eventually have his chest and buttons and all of that on there. And I just started the bottom of his lavender ear, which is the bottom of Buzz's foot. And I'm going to need you to look at the fact that these stitches are on the edge. I mean, there's not even one whole row above the stitches. It's such a sad story. So I thought, I'm going to stitch it anyway, because look how much I have done. And I'm just going to keep it, because a lot of my work, I just keep it in Ziplocs anyway. I just do it for me. And so this isn't going to be able to go in a 4x6 frame, which is what I was kind of planning. Maybe like a double where it has a picture of the baby with Buzz or something like that. But I was like, I don't care. I'm still just going to stitch it and enjoy it, because I just like looking at it and I like stitching. Then I thought, you know what? Inspired by this floss tube situation and trying to be the best me, I decided to actually scrap this and do it on the 18 count Charles Craft antique white. And as well, I might be able to just keep adding more ears on and make it like a set. Another idea I had was to put ears for the entire family, almost like the stick figure bumper sticker family. Do the ears of all our favorite characters, throw our names underneath. So who knows what I'll end up doing. That'll probably be like a whip in the future, 2 years from now, half done. So we'll see about that. But you know, goals, hashtag goals. Here's another example of my inability to plan. This was just, I found it on Pinterest. It appeared to be free. So if you all notice that I'm showing a lot of patterns that I say, oh, it was free, and you totally know it was downloaded after it was purchased, let me know, because I would like to know that and give credit and not take patterns that are not supposed to be on the internet. For free anyway. So I'm sure someone recognizes this if the shoe fits, and I was gonna make a magnet out of this. As you can tell, that's a pretty big fridge magnet. I am not good at, even when I know the dimensions, it's like I have a block or something, and I can't tell myself that's gonna be too big or that fabric isn't big enough. So even though this is clearly running very close to the edges, I was gonna put the words in anyway, and I literally couldn't put them even if I ran it up to the sock. So then the next thing I thought about doing last year when I did this was taking out these words and then just leaving it the legs. And I love Halloween imagery. That's like one of my favorite things to stitch. That, Christmas, and then Harry Potter, Disney, stuff like that. But it's just been banished to the bottom drawer, and I kind of regretted that it has such great words to go with it. I guess I could just back stitch them rather than actually stitching, and they would at least be there. But then again, what is this? It's way too big to be a fridge magnet for me. I mean, it could go in a bag. Ooh, I know what I might just do. Stick it on a foam board. Okay, some of my setup just fell. That's okay. All is well. Everything's fine. So I was saying I have a problem with choosing the correct size, and what am I going to do with these feet here? Maybe I could put them on foam board, which is what I did with this Lizzie Kate. I love Lizzie Kate because it has good subject content for me, Halloween stuff in this case, and very simple, fast, whip it up. I really like that. It's just fun for me. It keeps me engaged, maybe because I do tend to be a little bit hyper and impulsive. It's like, okay, how am I still on this design? Like boredom, I guess. And I already had the fabric to go on it, so I just got foam board from CVS. And I'd seen it in the shop where I bought this pattern in Clearwater, Florida. Well, again, I've got to get better about how I finish. This is a hot mess. You can see hot glue everywhere. I actually forgot that this had hot glue. When I was kind of planning this video, I was thinking I'll get that out and show how there's staples all around the edge and the staples just come out. And I used to use this in my classroom all the time, and kids loved it. Oh, Brewer is calling. Children loved this, but it was just a hot mess. So it's not, I love it, and I still like it even though it's a mess. It kind of is character, and it's for me, it's for my house, so I like it, but I do want to get better about that. Okay, so we did some whips, and we talked about works in progress, and that brought me to the failed ears that didn't fit on the Ada, and goals with maybe getting a little bit better about that. I have a few finishes, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up for now. And I don't know if they really should count as finishes, given that I finished them long ago, but I'm going to show them to you because, I mean, who makes the rules around here? I did some Christmas ornaments from Leisure Arts jar toppers. They're designed to be mason jar tops, but I just finished them into ornaments. And when I say I finished them into ornaments, you better believe I finished them into ornaments. Here's one, Ho 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 with peppermints. Love it. Love the colors, love the simplicity, adorable. And I just took some normal little finishing felt. It has some batting in the middle, some cord. There's a little bit of glue. I mean, it's not perfect, but I love these. I am not disappointed at all. I did the elf. This is my son's middle elf, and it had the date 2014 on there, and just, again, felt and a little bit of ribbon around and all of that. I like this one. That's me, Carrie. I did this at work. At the time I was a teacher, and I did it all through December with my students. A couple of them got to do it a day, and they all took these home. A bunch of 5th graders stitched it, boys, girls, everyone. So I finished those up. I like that. That's fun. Also, I have some Lizzie Kate the monthly stamps that were just in little flippets. I loved these, and I did all of them except February. I didn't like the design, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it at the time, and I never have. So I'm gonna do it this year and have it, because I have this handy dandy frame, which is a 10 by 10 frame, 8 by 8 opening, framed down to about 5 by 5. Sorry, kind of hard. There you see the mat. It's matted down to 5 by 5. So I change this out every month and hang it on the wall, and I think that's really fun. It's just fun to kind of decorate up. I just keep them all in this handy dandy little bag here, and the same problem I have with cutting Ada definitely happened with this project, but it didn't ruin anything like it did those ears and those witch feet, which might still be salvageable, but they're not even. None of these like are even. I did this one right next to the salvage edge, but it's okay because the mat that I use, it works. It covers it just fine. I can put them in there. It's pretty cute. I know that March has like a short side. I mean, yeah, they're not even, like a lot on the bottom. At the top there's less, but I like them. They're fun. I put them in the little frame, and it's like decorating up for the kids. So that's me as a stitcher. This is super fun. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked my first video. I have to go. Baby is calling me. But I'm gonna try to have a lot of progress and maybe take care of some of these kits. Oh, kits are a whole nother day because I don't love kits. I prefer to have threads and cut my own cloth, but I want to work through some of them and show some more of the old stash. So have a good day. Happy stitching. See you later. Bye. Hi. You ready to get up? Okay. Mommy's done. Did you sleep well? All right.